Welcome. Today, we embark on a powerful journey into the heart of the Anishinaabe teachings. The Seven Fires prophecy invites us to reflect on our past, navigate our present, and choose our future wisely. Have you ever wondered how ancient wisdom can guide us in today's complex world? Join me as we explore the Seven Fires prophecy of the Anishinaabe, an insightful narrative that challenges us to make choices for a more harmonious future. In a time of great change, the Anishinaabe people offer us a profound message through the Seven Fires prophecy. This prophecy not only reflects their journey, but also holds the key to understanding our own path forward. Welcome to a space where ancient wisdom meets contemporary challenges. The Seven Fires prophecy of the Anishinaabe reveals critical choices we face today, choices that will shape our world for generations to come. Before we dive into the video, we want to thank you for your support. If you enjoy what you see, please consider showing your appreciation with a super thanks. Don't forget to share this video with friends and family to spread the message. Now, let's watch the video. The Seven Fires prophecy of the Anishinaabe, also known as the Ojibwe or Chippewa, is a powerful narrative within Native American spirituality. Rooted in the oral traditions of the Anishinaabe people from the Great Lakes region, this prophecy speaks to the cyclical nature of human existence, the sacredness of the earth, and the profound choices facing humanity as we navigate the future. This prophecy holds timeless wisdom that resonates globally today, as it sheds light on the impact of human choices on the earth and the importance of unity, respect, and spiritual awakening. The Seven Fires prophecy is not simply a prediction. It is a teaching and a warning, preserved through generations to help guide individuals and communities toward a more harmonious way of living. The prophecy describes 7 epochs, or fires, that outline distinct moments and choices the Anishinaabe people would face over time. Each fire represents a pivotal stage of development and challenge that speaks to the spiritual journey of both the Anishinaabe and humanity at large. The Seven Fires were envisioned as a roadmap to guide people towards fulfilling their potential in connection with nature, spirituality, and community. The Seven Fires are sequential, with each fire representing a new chapter and a spiritual task to be undertaken. The prophecy foretells a sequence of migrations, changes, and choices that ultimately lead to a crossroads in the seventh fire, where humanity will need to choose between two paths, one of unity, respect, and balance, and the other of materialism and destruction. The prophecy begins with the first fire, which speaks of the early times when the Anishinaabe lived near the Atlantic Ocean. According to the prophecy, 7 prophets came to the people, instructing them to embark on a great migration. The people were guided to travel westward to find the land where food grows on water, which would eventually be identified as wild rice fields near the Great Lakes. This migration symbolizes a journey of faith and a deep connection to the land and water, which are central to the Anishinaabe identity and spirituality. In the second fire, the Anishinaabe people continued their westward migration and eventually encountered other tribes. They faced challenges in forging alliances and maintaining peace. This fire represents the importance of unity and cooperation with other groups and the need to uphold respect and coexistence. The third fire foretells the arrival of new people from across the ocean, the Europeans. The prophecy describes this as both an opportunity and a great challenge, warning that this encounter could bring either great harmony or severe disruption, depending on the choices made by both parties. In the fourth fire, the prophecy describes how the Anishinaabe would suffer under the influence of the newcomers. These difficult times were marked by a loss of land, culture, and spiritual practices, as colonial forces imposed their systems and ways of life on indigenous communities. This fire symbolizes a period of hardship, assimilation, and the struggle for survival. The fifth fire speaks of a time when the Anishinaabe would have to make a significant decision, whether to fight against the suppression and loss of their culture or to succumb to it. This period saw both resistance and suffering, as the Anishinaabe and many other Native American tribes struggled to protect their traditions, land, and identity amid efforts to erase indigenous culture. The sixth fire represents a critical turning point, marked by darkness and disconnection. During this period, many Anishinaabe lost their way, with traditional knowledge and language being heavily suppressed. The prophecy speaks of a lost generation, as many were forced to adopt foreign ways and abandon their heritage. The impact of residential schools, forced assimilation, and systematic oppression took a heavy toll on Indigenous communities, creating deep scars that are still healing today. The seventh fire, which is believed to be unfolding now, is a time of choice, awakening, and potential restoration. The prophecy reveals that at this stage, humanity faces a choice between two paths. One path is grounded in unity, respect, spirituality, and harmony with the earth, leading to the eighth fire, a time of peace and renewal. The other path is one of materialism, greed, and a disregard for nature, leading to destruction. This choice between paths in the seventh fire serves as a profound reminder of the impact of collective decisions on the future. The prophecy encourages humanity to seek unity and re-establish balance with the earth, suggesting that this is the path to a bright future. The seventh fire is a call to all people, from all backgrounds, to come together in mutual respect, heal past wounds, and restore the connection to the earth that has been lost over generations. The seventh fire represents more than a crossroads. It is a time of potential spiritual awakening. This awakening involves a return to traditional wisdom, respect for all forms of life, and a rekindling of indigenous knowledge systems that prioritize balance with nature. The seventh fire speaks to the interconnectedness of all beings, emphasizing that the choices of one affect the whole. In recent years, there has been a resurgence of interest in indigenous ways of knowing, often referred to as traditional ecological knowledge. This knowledge, embedded in cultures such as the Anishinaabe, is invaluable in understanding sustainable living, conservation, and the interconnectedness of ecosystems. The seventh fire calls for a reclamation of this knowledge, urging people to learn from indigenous teachings and apply them to address environmental and social crises. The seventh fire prophecy has gained new relevance in today's world, as issues like climate change, environmental degradation, social inequality, and cultural disconnection have reached critical levels. The prophecy resonates with the global environmental movement, which seeks to promote sustainability, conservation, and respect for the earth. The environmental message of the seventh fire speaks directly to the modern challenges of deforestation, pollution, resource depletion, and biodiversity loss. It encourages people to rethink their relationship with the natural world, shifting away from exploitation toward stewardship. The prophecy warns that a path focused solely on material gain and disregard for nature will lead to severe consequences for all living beings. Furthermore, the seventh fire also aligns with social justice movements that advocate for the rights and dignity of indigenous peoples, whose voices have often been marginalized. As part of this awakening, the importance of listening to indigenous voices and honoring treaties, sovereignty, and cultural heritage is gaining recognition. The seventh fire reminds us that healing the earth also involves healing the injustices faced by indigenous communities, as their wisdom is essential to finding solutions. The choice between the two paths in the seventh fire is a universal one. It is not limited to the Anishinaabe or indigenous peoples, but extends to all of humanity. The first path, which leads to the eighth fire, requires humility, respect, and the willingness to learn from past mistakes. This path promotes coexistence, compassion, and a renewed relationship with nature. The second path, which leads to destruction, is marked by unchecked consumerism, exploitation of resources, and a disconnection from the sacredness of life. The seventh fire prophecy serves as a reminder that this path may offer temporary material gain, but it comes at a great cost to the earth and future generations. While the prophecy addresses humanity as a whole, it also calls on individuals to take personal responsibility. The seventh fire teaches that each person has a role to play in choosing the path of unity and respect. Small actions, like practicing sustainable living, advocating for environmental protections, and respecting indigenous sovereignty, contribute to the fulfillment of the eighth fire. Communities are also instrumental in this journey. Reclaiming and revitalizing indigenous languages, traditions, and practices strengthen cultural heritage and serve as a guide for others. Educational programs that include indigenous perspectives help foster understanding and respect for Native American teachings, further advancing the spiritual awakening described in the seventh fire. The seven fires prophecy offers both a warning and a vision of hope. If humanity chooses the path of unity, respect, and balance, it will lead to the eighth fire, a time of peace, understanding, and healing. The eighth fire represents a restored earth, where people live in harmony with each other and the natural world, honoring the interconnectedness of all life. In honoring the wisdom of the seventh fire, we are reminded that the future is not fixed. It is shaped by the choices we make today. The seventh fire is a powerful call to awaken to our shared responsibility, to respect indigenous knowledge, and to take meaningful action toward a sustainable and just future. By choosing wisely, we may usher in the eighth fire and the world of peace and harmony envisioned by the Anishinaabe people. As we stand at the crossroads of the seventh fire, let us choose the path of unity, respect, and healing. Together, we have the power to restore balance to our world and honor the wisdom of those who came before us. In the spirit of the seven fires prophecy, may we embrace our shared responsibility to protect the earth and one another. The choices we make today will shape the future for generations to come. Let us choose wisely. The seven fires prophecy serves as both a warning and a beacon of hope. By heeding its teachings, we can forge a path toward the eighth fire, a world of peace, understanding, and harmony. Together, let's turn this vision into reality. As we reflect on the lessons of the Anishinaabe, let us remember that our journey is ongoing. Every action we take matters. Let's commit to living in harmony with nature and each other, fulfilling the promise of the eighth fire. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the seven fires prophecy. May we all carry its wisdom in our hearts as we navigate the challenges of today and strive for a brighter, more inclusive tomorrow.